What do you do when you're in a relationship and one partner decides to transition gender and is expressing themselves differently? I'm Cathy Bartoli from theintimacydojo.com.
I'm Andi Cortland from levelupsex.com.
I'm Raj. I'm just a regular guy who happens to be married to Andi.
So I appreciate you guys being willing to share. You've just been through this process where you're kind of learning your self-expression around gender, and you were previously married and in a
We're still married.
Yeah, you still. Sorry, yes,
Glad to be for the foreseeable future.
You were married before the gender expression.
Yes.
The changes in your gender expression started appearing.
Yes, exactly.
So sorry. Yes, thank you for clarifying. They are still married. And so, what was the process for you?
Well, I moved to San Francisco and I saw a wide world of gender possibilities that I hadn't seen when I was in Atlanta. And so all of a sudden I realized that, if I want to play with this, I can. It actually came when I had a date with a lovely trans woman, and she was saying to me, "Do you play with gender at all?" And I said, I can do that. Exactly. It was exactly that reaction. And then I started thinking about it and I realized, I want to try that.
Yeah.
So I did. And that was a year ago, maybe. It's gone by fast.
Oh, wow. Yeah. It's been a year, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did it feel for you when Andi started sharing this?
This was a surprise, but not completely unexpected, because even before she started actively playing with it, she's never really identified as a very traditional presenting feminine person.
Mm-hmm.
So I was sort of used to that already.
Yeah.
But it was still very interesting because it brought up questions about where this would go and what this meant for our relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It definitely affected our sex life and a little bit of our, the way we relate to each other. So it was challenging, but not entirely unexpected.
Yeah. So the challenge, dealing with each other, it's hard enough to figure out you may not fit the cookie cutter expression that you were taught at birth.
Mm-hmm.
And also for you, here's someone you thought you were going down this one path and we're going someplace very different.
Right.
What were the conversations? What's a conversation that really helped you as you were going through that?
I have one. So I realized that I wanted to play with dressing in men's clothes. Mm-hmm. So I signed up for Trunk Club, which is a personal stylist service for men.
Can we talk about how that happened?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
You go ahead.
So for one of the reasons I said this was not a complete surprise is that for the last 3 years, she'd been stealing my pants.
That's true.
We happen to have the same waist size in terms of pants, even though our heights are different. But she often basically borrowed my pants and folded them up and wore them. And once they were borrowed, they never came back.
Permanent borrowing.
There was a form of permanent borrowing. So one day, we were at home. She was getting ready to go to work. And we had a friend visiting in the morning, and she walks out of the bedroom wearing my absolutely favorite pair of pants.
Oh no!
Okay? And I was like, "Are those my pants? My slacks?" It's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "No."
And that was the first time he told me no, and then I realized that I had to own up to the fact that I'd been wearing men's pants for 3 years and I should really just be a grown-up and buy my own.
Yeah.
And that was terrifying.
Yeah, and she was like, "If you don't want me to wear them, can I just get my own?" I'm like, "Yes, please."
So anyway, so then I signed up for Trunk Club, but then I'm terrified that they're somehow going to find me out as being an assigned female at birth person. They're going to say, "You're a woman, you can't shop with us."
Yeah, so at that time, Trunk Club was only for men. Now they have introduced a female.
But I don't want women's clothes, so Trunk Club for women is not for me.
I know, but still.
But I was terrified that they wouldn't accept me as a customer. Of course they did. They were based in Dallas and they did a fine job. I was very impressed. So I get all of my clothes, I get my trunk, and I'm trying them on. And the first time I am wearing men's clothes from head to toe, I'm in my bedroom, I look in the mirror, and I cry. Because it feels like for the first time, the person that I'm seeing in the mirror is actually me. And that, I feel a wave of relief. But then after that, I feel terrified because I have two partners and they're both cis straight men. even though I am attracted to men and women and all kinds of other genders, I was really worried, what does this mean for my relationship with Raj? What does this mean for my relationship with my boyfriend? Is this something that they're not going to want me anymore, they're not going to be attracted to me anymore, because I've realized that this clothing presentation worked. And I just, I cried and then I asked him to come hold me, and I said, do you still want to be married to me? This feels really right, and I'm really scared.
Yeah, and my reaction to that was, yeah, definitely. I mean, I didn't have a problem with that. I mean, for me, this was not a surprise lesson. It was something that I'd been seeing happening, not even though I didn't necessarily know the words for it. And my reaction was, yeah, of course, and this is how you wear this.
He was really good at helping me with belts and leather shoes and collared shirts and figuring out how to roll cuffs back and button them. All these things that if you are raised male you get, and otherwise you don't.
Yeah.
Wow. So I really appreciate your courage. And I know when you find yourself walking out in the world like that is really scary, because now it's the real you, and that can be really scary.
Terrifying.
And so thank you for your courage, and thank you for your generosity around this. A lot of people would have had much less energy and love to give through this, because to see everything change in a relationship, it's not easy at all. So thank you, and thank you both for being willing to share this, so other people might have a window into it and learn from what you've gone through. So if you have any thoughts or comments you'd like to share, or any questions, please leave them below in the comment section.
Thank you.
Thanks.